Hey everyone, today I'll be doing a rainbow spread on my Amy Tangerine planner. So I'm going to take the things out, the pages out. Now a couple of weeks ago I did a spread that had larger sized hexagons in rainbow colors. So today I'd like to try a similar thing with smaller hexagons like this size. And instead of drawing the hexagons on the pages like I did last time, I'm going to be using sticky adhesive paper and making stickers that I can then stick onto the page and write on. And if I make a mistake, I can just put another one on top of it. So I've talked about this technique before. I think it's quicker to write it directly on the page, but there are some advantages to doing it, making your own stickers. You can rearrange the hexagons as you wish, and so you can get any configuration you'd like without having to worry about what if you make a mistake. You can just reposition them as you wish. So I think that's a pretty cool feature of that. So I'll show you, I did a couple of the colors already, but I'm going to show you now how to do it. So I'm going to take adhesive sticky back paper, and I have a hexagon punch. I bought this at Joann's, and I'm just going to make a couple of stickers just here. And when you're punching, make a quick forceful punch. If not, you'll get, the edges won't be clear, won't be crisp. And if you're having problems with your punches, just stick it through some aluminum foil a couple of times, and that will sharpen the edges and the cutting part of the punch. So I'll be using this pink cardstock just so you can see better what I'm doing. I've punched out some hexagons, and I'm going to be bordering them with this green Mildliner, and I'm going to be kissing the edge of the border with the flat part of the pen, trying to make them as even as possible and trying not to leave any white space at the end of it. If the edges aren't crisp, you can always use a scissor and snip it off. Sometimes with these punches, the edges can be a little bit frayed. So I'm doing a couple bit more. I should note that while using these Mildliners on the edges of these borders, you will overlap the pen. The pen at some point will overlap and you'll get that little marker. It'll be darker at that point. If you want to get rid of that, you can just do it over again, and you shouldn't be able to see them if you do it twice. So after you've made all your hexagon stickers, as I've done here, we can start configuring them onto the page. And for me, this was the fun part. You can experiment with different ways and different designs and do something that works for you. But today I'm going to be using the Amy Tangerine planner as a guide. On Monday it says everything will be red, on Tuesday everything will be orange, and so forth. Now Monday's a very busy day, so I'm using a lot of red on Monday. And if it overlaps into Tuesday, I'm not too worried about it. I know the difference in color will tell me, everything that's red is Monday, everything that's orange will be Tuesday, so I'm not going to be confused about the difference of colors and where they're located, but most of the red will be on the red part, etc. Okay, so as I continue with putting the hexagons on, at first I was letting the hexagons touch each other, but then I realized if I leave a little bit of white space between each hexagon, it's more forgiving. So any little mistake that you make, any little placement of mistake, it won't be as noticeable if you space them out just a little bit. The same way, like I think I did a 1/4 of an inch, not even a 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch between each hexagon. So I'm starting to like the way it looks. I think it looks kind of cool, like a beehive. And I'm starting to put all those in. And then of course I'm gonna have to stick all of them down. That might be a challenge. So once you've decided on your design, you can start sticking all those hexagons onto the proper place. So this is what I'm going to do now, and it takes a while, I've got to say. And I have a visitor. This is my cat, Callie. Welcome, Callie. And I'm realizing, the most logical thing to do would be to get up and move that cat. But I know my cat, and if I did that, everything would go everywhere, and I have to start all over again. So I'm just going to leave the cat there and work around her, and she'll get up on her own time. But this is the hard part, as I was saying before. This is the kind of spread that you do when you have time to do a nice spread. This is not the kind of spread you do when you're in a rush and you need to plan quickly and be the most effective, because it does take time. It is time consuming to go through all these hexagons and place them down. Sometimes also tearing them apart, the sticky back paper, when you punch them, it's very hard to separate the sticky part from the paper, from the backing. So it is challenging. So you need a lot of time for this. And you need to be not disturbed and kind of quiet. But other than that, I think it's very therapeutic, and this was a really fun spread to do. So let's just fast forward to the next part of the spread. I don't want you to have to see me adhere all these hexagons to the page. So I'm going to skip along and show you what the next step is, which will be finding the perfect stickers to complement these hexagons. Okay, so I'm back. So I have the Live Creatively sticker book, the Radiate Positivity accessory pack, and the Radiate Positivity value pack. Then I have some other books here that I took out because they have small little icons, and I think those might look cute in the little hexagon. Since there's not as much space to write, we may need those little tiny stickers, which I never use, so this will be a good time for me to start using them. Okay, so I'm flipping through the Radiate Positivity sticker book to see what I can find that would complement my spread, and I'm looking at these rectangles that kind of correspond with the purple area here. I think it would be cute. I know my daughter has some ACT prep, and I'm going to use another one on the bottom for another event on Saturday night. I'm going to look around and flip through. I'm thinking about the Today sticker as well. I think that would look cute there, but there's not a lot of room. I think I'm going to use that busy sticker and put it on the right hand to cover up. And I think if it overlaps the hexagons, it's kind of cute. So I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so now I'm finding another yellow box that I think is going to go great on the bottom of Wednesday there. So I'm just going to place that down. And then I'm going to look for other icons or other symbols that I'd like to use. On Monday we have a barbecue, so I think this burger icon is perfect. I'm going to put that there and look around for other things that I may need. I'm loving that rainbow. And I'm loving those camera icons. I've been hoarding those camera icons for quite a while, and I think this is the time to use them. So these icons are going to represent my Instagram posts. So whenever I put an icon, a camera icon, that will tell me that I need to either post or take a picture of posts. I do have some squad projects that are due soon, so I need to get to work, take pictures for them, and post on Instagram as well. So here I'm finishing that up, and then I'm going to look for some other, for the rainbows actually, to put on the bottom there after I put more icons in. I've been hoarding these stickers. I love them so much, and I do have this rule not to go buy two sticker books of the same sticker books. It's a rule that I've always had, and I've not regretted it once. They always come out with more stickers, so please do not hoard your stickers. You should use them, especially if they make you happy. So I'm going to put the rainbow there on the bottom, and then I'm going to start to look for those little black and white words that will fit nicely into the hexagon. I haven't used them yet. I've been hoarding those too. I actually haven't had a need for them before now. I think they will go perfect for this spread. So things like laundry, grocery shopping, those little things. There's even a doctor's appointment one that I'm going to use for Thursday as a reminder. And I think those look perfect there. I'm going to keep all these other icons simple and black and white so as not to take away from the colors of the page. I think I put enough colorful icons in there, and I don't want to overwhelm the page with too much. So I'm just using these simple black and white small icons, and then I'm going to start writing in my plans, and that will be it. So here I am putting some more, and I'm putting them, oh, I love those arrows too. I needed to mention that. At the bottom of this page on the Brights sticker book are these cute little arrows, and everybody says, oh, your lines are so straight with the Mildliners. I don't know how you do it. Well, I can't draw an arrow to save my life. So these arrows are perfect, and I love when you have a little box and an arrow to designate what you do after you do what's in the first box. So I really do love those little arrows, and I'm placing them randomly across the page, and when I fill in those things, I'll keep in mind those arrows and put things that need to be done after something else. So I'm just looking through more icons, looking for my doctor's ones. I see we have cleaning ones, and there's my doctor's appointment. What am I doing now here? Let's see. Oh, manicure. I needed a manicure. That's what I did. Okay, so all the icons were put on. I took the pages and I took some pictures for the Instagram, and now I'm going to write in my plans. So what you're looking at now is the finished before the pen, and I'm going to do an after the pen since I get a lot of requests on how do I use these Mildliner pages. So I'm going to start off by writing that my squad projects are due on Thursday, 2 projects, so I have to start getting to work with that. So I'm writing that in, and I'm going to look at my planner, my very messy, disorganized monthly view on my mini, which has all my information. Wednesday is my daughter's first day of school, so I'm going to write that in. And I'm just writing in different things for my manicure that I'm going to have because boot camp is coming up and I want my fingers to look decent, my nails to look decent. I'm just filling in things that I know are happening, and there will be blank ones that I can add to-dos and other things as the week goes on. But all these hexagons will be full. And sometimes I do have to write I might have to write something next to the hexagon outside of the hexagon. So it may not look pretty at the end of the week, but for now I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm just writing in my plans. On Saturday, my daughter has an ACT class. On Sunday, she has yet another one. I have to remember to post. So I have specific days that I want to post specific things. I have on September 1st, I want to do my top 4, for example. September 2nd, I may want to post my fall bucket list challenge. Now that it's September, I can start thinking about fall. I don't like to think about fall before September. I don't know how you guys do it. I do not want any pumpkin spice latte before September 1st. And there are still a couple of days. So I want to enjoy summer until then. So I'm writing on my calendar when I can start posting fall things. So I'm just writing out things. Also on Tuesday, I'm going to see Rachel Ray. I have tickets to see Rachel Ray, so I'm putting that down. I have to remember to put that in my stories. Hopefully I'll be able to sneak in some photos, some videos of what happens behind the scenes to put on my Instagram. I'm sure they're going to not let us do that, but I'm going to try. So I'm writing down everything that comes up: grocery shopping, laundry, regular to-dos like walking the dog if I feel like I don't have a lot to do that day and I have room to write it, I will. But I'm also not afraid to leave something blank. I know that it will be filled up soon. So I'm just filling them in. Now this is basically my social media planner, but I think this week will also be my catch-all. So I have a lot to do and I don't think I can keep up with 2 planners this week. It's the first week of school for me, my first week of school for my daughter. I have staff meetings. I'm putting it all in there. So as this video comes to a close, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to see more of my spreads, you can visit me on Instagram at Twinkle Plans Her Day. I hope this video has been helpful, that it gives you ideas of what you can do to be creative and step outside colorful boxes, step outside the box and do something creative and fun, yet still functional. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you at my next Plan With Me. Bye.